What is up, my friends? Welcome back to the channel for some more Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes content. Today we're going to be going over the top 5 burst Zetas that you can get in the game. Before we hop into that, quick shameless plug. If you guys like what you see, please remember to subscribe to the channel. Got a goal of getting 1,000 subscribers in the first year, and I'm going to be putting out about 3 to 5 videos on Star Wars Galaxy of content every week. So be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot, and I really want you guys to be a part of the process of getting that channel up and running and hitting some goals within the first year. So let's hop into the video for today. Just wanted to hit some quick criteria for this list. So when I say first Zetas in the game, this is going to be 4 characters that you can free to play farm early on in the game. Get their teams together on early in the game as well. So you're not going to have any of the big Zetas like Malik or General Grievous on the list because they're not all that accessible early on in the game. And then their teams are a little hard to get early on in the game as well. So this list is going to consist of those ones that are easy to get, that you should have done around level 85. Have the members of the team. You may not have them all 7-star, but you can apply that Zeta and kind of really change the team that you've got going. So let's hop in to the very first one, and that's going to be the Great Mother by Mother Talzin. So this Zeta is really, really impactful for the Night Sister squad. And what it does is says, when a Night Sister ally uses a basic ability during their turn, a random defeated Night Sister ally is revived with 50% health and called to assist. Then the revived ally is immediately defeated unless the enemy was defeated. So this really, 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 like, when your Night Sisters start dying off, when you use a basic ability with the other Night Sisters, it calls them back to life. They use their basic ability, so it puts out damage. And then also puts out things like stun. So if your old Daka goes down, then you're putting out consistent stuns every time you use a basic ability. You have the ability, if the enemy dies, to revive that character back up. So it really makes them hard to deal with. And then this also feeds into Asajj too, because her damage ramps up the more enemies are defeated. So every time a sister is revived and then immediately defeated, then Asajj's damage goes back up. So it really, really transforms that Night Sister squad and makes them a handful to deal with. Then if you throw in like Night Sister Zombie as well, who is also helping with revives, it just makes this team really difficult to deal with and a lot of fun to play too. Really solid team for Grand Arena and your Squad Arena. So this is a must-have Zeta in my opinion. I think she's the better lead for the Night Sisters as well. So this really helps transform her team going forward. So number 4, looking at the First Order, so Merciless Pursuit by Kylo Ren Unmasked. This is a really solid Zeta, and it really helps make an already pretty tanky team even harder to deal with. So what it does is it's going to add, every time a First Order ally gains a status effect, they're going to recover 5% health and protection. So that happens quite a bit. So every time that happens, everyone in your First Order team is going to get 5% health and protection. And then for a character like Kylo Ren, who's already very tanky, it makes them even harder to get through. So it really, really kind of transforms your First Order team into a difficult team to get down. And it makes them a lot more fun to play when they're a lot more difficult to get through. So definitely a good first Zeta, especially for those out there who are going for the Galactic Legends content, and this is going to be your first team. This is going to be the leader that you're going after. You're going to want to make sure that you put that Zeta on Kylo Ren Unmasked. Number 3, and this is for a character, this is for Geonosian Brute Alpha. He's a little later on. I think you can unlock farming him around level 83, 82, 83. You can also get him from packs if you get lucky as well with the new Padme packs. So it's worth a shot if you're going for the Geonosians to save up and use those packs, because you might be able to get him early on in the game. And he really, really transforms Geonosians. And his Zeta ability, Queen's Will, is very, very impactful. So what it does, like Geonosian Brute Alpha is able to summon an extra ally called the Geonosian Brute, and you are able to summon him automatically, and the Geonosian Brute has a taunt. So you're going to go into the battle with a pre-taunt. So really makes it powerful when you've got 6 characters against 5, and then you're going in with a pre-taunt with a character that can die off, and then you can revive him back again. So very, very strong Zeta, and a very, very fun team and character to play. So I definitely would recommend, if you're going the Geonosian route, start off, save up those Zeta mats, and this should be the very first one that you get, because it's really, really, really solid. It's a lot of fun to play for sure. All right, number 2, Emperor Palpatine's Emperor of the Galactic Empire. This is a must-have if you're going for an Emperor Palpatine lead. So what this one does is, when a debuff on an ally enemy, or a debuff on an enemy expires, Empire and Sith allies gain 5% turn meter. So you're going to run him with Darth Vader, with Grand Moff Tarkin, maybe the TIE pilot or TIE fighter pilot. All of these are going to be putting debuffs out, and every time that they expire, you're going to be getting 5% turn meter for your whole team. This supercharges the Empire team. It really, really makes them fast. A lot of times you're able to get out there. Vader's going to go first. He's going to throw out a bunch of debuffs. When those start expiring, it's going to feed turn meter to your entire team. A lot of times you can go in and just wipe out teams in Arena, Grand Arena, before they even get a turn in, because you're just that much faster outrunning them with the turn meter train. So this one is a really, really solid first Zeta. In fact, it was the first Zeta that I invested in, and I definitely don't regret it. Palpatine's not my Arena team anymore, but I use him every time in Grand Arena, and that team usually always gets me high banners, because I can outrun the teams that I put them against and just wipe them out very, very quickly. So, all right. Number 1 is by far Bastila Initiative. So if you're going the Jedi route, this is a super, super strong Zeta to get. And the reason that I put it at number 1 is because a lot of people go this route, and then 2, it's a direct counter to some of the other ones. So like with all the tenacity that you were getting with Bastila with this, it really, really hampers teams like Palpatine. Even the Night Sisters putting debuffs out is going to make it much difficult for them as well. So really the only one that I think really does well against the Jedi is the Geonosians from the list that I've given you guys so far. And this is still going to help you fight against Geonosians, because you're going to have so much health and protection going into the battle. So what does this one do? It adds a taunt to Jedi tanks. So you get that pre-taunt going into the battle on your Jedi tanks, and then it also adds 150% tenacity and protection up. So you already have a ton of protection and tenacity going in with her leadership ability, and this just supercharges it even more. It's going to be super hard for people to put debuffs out on your team, and then you've got all this protection that they're going to have to get through. And then she's also giving out extra damage for having the protection up as well. So it really, really, really helps out your Jedi team. And then this is the team you're going to build off to kind of go after Jedi Revan, and she'll be a solid, solid leader for you for quite a while. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. If this is something that's helpful for you, and then also give me some other options, some other Zetas that you think may be really, really good starting off as well. Remember to be sure to like and subscribe, and guys, as always, have a blast out there on the holotables, and hope you guys have a great